Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Winter Wonderland in the New York frozen tundra jungle. We're here on the rooftop in New York City. That is the skyline behind, although my wife keeps saying, you're blocking it. I'm not blocking it. You can see that's the skyline.
That's the Empire State Building.
Well, there's a lot of buildings in the purview there, but...
Yeah, but if you zoom in, you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Don't zoom in because it's not very high definition.
Oh, Lord. You never... Anything I say contradicts it.
So
Welcome to the Grihasta reality show.
Grihasta reality show.
Anyway, Canto 4, Chapter 23.
We're starting a new chapter. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yes, anyway, Maharaj Prithu's going back home.
Wow, okay, Maharaj Prithu.
Phew. Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This might be a short reading.
Yeah, especially if this camera goes around the thing. Alright, text 1 and to 3. At the last stage of his life, when Maharaj Prithu saw himself getting old, that great soul who was king of the world divided whatever opulence he had accumulated amongst all kinds of living entities, moving and non-moving. Jeepers. He arranged pensions for everyone according to religious principles, and after executing the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in complete coordination with him, he dedicated his sons unto the earth, which was considered to be his daughter. Then Maharaj Prithu left the presence of his citizens, who were almost lamenting and crying from feeling separation from the king, and went to the forest alone with his wife to perform austerities.
It's like us, isn't it?
Well, no, I ain't going to no forest.
We're in the jungle, the concrete jungle.
This is great. Purport. Maharaj Prithu was one of the Shakti-Avesh incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and as such he appeared on the surface of the earth to execute the orders of the Supreme. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord is the proprietor of all planets, and he is always anxious to see that in each and every planet the living entities are happily living and executing their duties. As soon as there is some discrepancy in the execution of duties, the Lord appears on earth as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 7, Yada yada ye dharmasya glane bhavati bharata.
Yada yada hi dharmasya.
Oh, have mercy. I mean, can I just see it?
Yeah, we'll take your hands out and you can hold it and everything. There you go. Good morning, see it.
Alright, I haven't got anything to say.
Alright, so we'll read the next paragraph.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like a heart-wrenching situation here, but also a little kind of confusing. I mean, I would have thought, look, he's waiting until he retires, then he's going to sort everybody else out, and he's offering his sons to the earth. And wait a minute, they're not going away, they're not dying. It's like you're leaving, so it's like, but to sort out pensions for everybody.
That's wonderful.
But no, it's a great idea and concept, of course, but the point is, there are a lot of people who got old before now. They should have had pensions before then, but I guess he's just gifting everyone and thanking them and doing like that.
Because he's not taking anything with him, that's the point.
Yeah, but he's got to give it to his sons to continue to rule. But anyway, in the purport, the paragraph 2, since there were so many discrepancies during the reign of King Vena, the Lord sent his most confidential devotee, Maharaj Prithu, to settle things. Therefore, after executing the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and settling the affairs of the world, Maharaj Prithu was ready to retire. Sounds great. I love it. He had been exemplary in his governmental administration, and now he was to become exemplary in his retirement. He divided all his property amongst his sons and appointed them to rule the world. Then he went to the forest with his wife. It is significant in this connection that it is said that Maharaj Prithu retired alone and at the same time took his wife with him. Good point. I was thinking about that, but I didn't say it. According to Vedic principles, when retiring from family life, one can take his wife with him. No, for the husband and the wife are considered to be one...
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Husband and wife are considered to be one unit. Yeah, we're like one unit.
Big unit.
Hare Krishna. Thus, they can both combinedly perform austerities for liberation. This is the path that Maharaj Prithu, who was an exemplary character, followed. And this is also the way of Vedic civilization. One should not simply remain at home until the time of death, but should separate from family life at a timely moment and prepare himself to go back to Godhead. As a Shakti incarnation of God, who had actually come from Vaikuntha as a representative of Krishna, Maharaj Prithu was certain to go back to Godhead. Nonetheless, in order to set the example in all ways, he also underwent severe austerities, like standing outside in the freezing cold snow reading a book. Severe austerities in the Tapovan. It appears that in those days there were many tapovanas, or forests, especially meant for retirement and the practice of austerities. Indeed, it was compulsory for everyone to go to the tapovan to fully accept the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for it is very difficult to retire from family life and at the same time remain at home. Yeah, so where is home? Home is in the heart. Where is home? Home is in the spiritual world with Krishna, ultimately. So we were just talking about this, and I think I did a quick just a thought on it as well. But we were just talking about this with Michael, how easy it is to get attached to the home and how we have to slowly prepare ourselves to not be in that home anymore. And so, we see that one accumulates so many things over one's lifetime, and then it just builds up and builds up and builds up, and we're just going to leave it all behind anyway. So going to the forest means I voluntarily accept I'm not taking any of this with me, and I'm starting the journey back to Godhead, back to home.
Well, it's proactive. It's being proactive so that you don't suffer. If I proactively give up things like, and then go to the forest and perform austerity, I will suffer less, if at all, than when death comes knocking on the door and old age comes knocking on the door and I'm still attached and in, with all my possessions, as it were. But if we voluntarily let it go, it's like, it's like you're getting, it's like being alcoholic and you're just weaning yourself off the poison,
Yeah. So but there is a suffering also involved in doing that,
Slowly, but it gets better.
Sounds like a voice of experience. Did you want to read another one, or are you too cold? Okay. So this one's really short. We're sorry about that. But we're happy to be with all of you again. And you can see we're not ready for Tapovan. We're not ready for the forest of austerity. We're ready to go inside and maybe try to see if we can turn on some heat. Like that. Okay, thank you all very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.